Yo, Rook, why you always working?
Collab Films presents the interview, Jawn. Run it up then. This is just a little light work, slight work.
All right, we're on another episode of the interview, Jawn, and we got Nala J in the building. You know, born and raised right here in Philadelphia.
Hey, the show.
DJ, singer, songwriter, producer, guitarist, model, lots of titles. You know, but you're currently based in Venice Beach, California, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's talk about that. You know, when did you make that move? And talk about that leap of faith. You know, many people have that idea of moving to Los Angeles for more opportunities in the entertainment industry, but you're actually doing it, you know. So, how has that been working for you?
Honestly, it's been a long journey. I never expected to even go to LA for real. It just happened to be on my stop. I was originally in the Bay Area, and then I happened to make my way to LA just because I'm like, oh, it's only a $50 ticket to get from the Bay to LA. So I'm like, bet, let me hop on that. And I checked it out. I really enjoyed the beach. I love how Venice had people out there. Everybody looked good. So everybody on a routine. They working on healthy habits, and basically it's a outdoor gym out there all the time. So I could work out there anytime I want. The beach is right there. Good weather, good vibes. I went out there and I found people who were on the same wave as me. People out there that was performing. People out there that was vibing and working towards their goals, and I kind of connected with them. They showed me some resources, and honestly, the resources they showed me at the time were super helpful because I didn't have a lot of money, so I was able to find housing, and I was able to get all the things I needed: food, clothes, supplies, and all that, and end up getting a job out there as well, working at a garden. So I just been working on myself and building community out there for real.
And how long have you been out there?
About a year, on and off for a year, because I travel, so about a year.
Nice. Well, we wish you the best as you continue to transition over there. You know, like I said, it's a big leap of faith. You know, a lot of people have this idea of wanting to make that move, but, few actually do it, but you're actually doing it, you're making it work, so we wish you the best.
Thank you.
When did you actually start DJing and performing live shows?
Okay, so I actually I feel like DJing there's many parts to DJing. So the act of creating mixes and stuff like that, I started when I was in middle school. I used to dance and cheer, so I was creating mixes for my teams. And then after that, I started doing little house parties. I don't know if y'all know a virtual DJ, but it's a little app you could get on your laptop. And I just would go and mix music at parties. And then finally I got to college, went to Howard, and there was a pageant. And I ended up competing in the pageant. And that was my first time I ever DJed live, live. I had a whole routine. I practiced for a month, and honestly, I ended up becoming the missus that I was trying to become. It was Miss Slowhall. I ended up winning, but I didn't win at the competition because my DJ set was so long. Everybody loved it, but I went over my time 2 minutes, but they didn't tell me I had a time limit. But they said if I would have had it a minute shorter, I would have won unanimously. But I end up still becoming the missus of the school, and I got mad gigs out of that. So after that, people was asking me to do open mics, people was asking me to do parties. I started throwing my own parties at Howard, started doing weddings, and then I realized all right, I want to do more with this. So I didn't have a lot of resources, so I had to become my own manager and my own booking agent. I started reaching out to people, sending them my mixes, started booking gigs in DC, started getting gigs in New York. I ended up doing Apollo.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was lit. I DJ for festivals in DC, and I did a festival in Florida. I've just been traveling ever since, just booking myself around, and it's been a lot, but it's been an awesome experience, honestly.
No, it sounds like it. Sounds like, you know, you were just entering a pageant, you know, put on a talent, but, you know, a lot of people just kind of noticed that talent, and it kind of just, you know, sparked so many different opportunities just off of something that you probably didn't think would grow into what it has grown into.
Honestly, I didn't. I originally, like, I didn't know I wanted to be a DJ, but like I knew I wanted to be a DJ, and once I started like really getting into it, I'm like, all right, yeah, this is actually what I want to do.
No, that's love. That's love. Let's talk about Howard University. That's the real HU, right?
No, that is. I mean, it's the only HU for real. For real.
So, yeah, what did you study there? And you know, they call that the Black Mecca. You know, lots of Black excellence on the campus at all times. So, talk about your experiences at Howard.
Okay, so honestly, okay, I could do my Howard intro. I was a strategic legal management communications major from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and honestly, I love Howard. It's one of my favorite places in the world. When they say it's the Mecca, it is the Mecca. Like Black excellence everywhere, and it's not like you getting people from one area. Now you got Black people from all over, and it's not just Black people. You got people, Hispanic people, Asian, Indian. Like it's people of all backgrounds that are all on this campus, and we all are just elevating ourselves. Some of the smartest people I've ever met are on that campus. I'm like, they inspire me to want to go read some books. I'm like, dang, I need to go read something. Like, dang, like y'all smart. Like I thought I was doing something, you know. But now when you go there, it's like, nah, it's everybody's on that same wave. Everybody's trying to grow. Everybody's trying to prosper. There's a lot of people making businesses and entrepreneurs, and even like from the service work I did, like. Back in when I won the pageant, I ended up starting something called the Fearless Dreamers, and it was an entertainment company inspired to help artists come up, providing them with anything they need from marketing, finances, you know, all the things like they might need, like event planning and just PR, all of that. But also I wanted to have a service aspect to it. I needed to create a platform, and my platform was basically on mental health and like healing the community, healing the Howard community, but the community as a whole, and their mental health. And I had to find different ways to do that. And a lot of what I wanted to do was work with the homeless in the area, because there was such a huge homeless population in DC. So I started doing like clothing drives and food drives, and really like getting out there and like finding different ways that I could help in the community out there. I also was involved in the chapel. I was the second vice president, so I was in charge of like leading, basically leading chapel services. So like everything like from communion and all that, like I led the chapel assistants to like basically showed them what to do, made sure everything ran smoothly for chapel, as well as I was part of the STEP team. I was part of NAACP, NCNW, and a few other orgs on campus. But like I definitely loved my experience at Howard because it helped me to become who I am today. I feel like I didn't know that I was going to be a DJ until I went to Howard. I didn't know that I wanted to help people as much as I did until I went to Howard. Like, it really showed me, it taught me who I was, and like it allowed me to really build a community of like-minded people on campus.
No, it definitely sounded like you took advantage of that opportunity because you were getting involved in so many different things. So that made your experience that much better because you probably met so many different people from different walks of life. So, yeah, if you are, you know, someone interested in college, or if you currently are in college, I think that's the message you should take away from Knowledge J, is that get involved, you know, try different things, because once you do, you know, you can learn so much and connect. So that's dope. I've noticed over these past couple of years, you know, students, they've been in national media, you know, protesting about like student housing, you know, mold in dorms, poor housing conditions. You know, that was a big thing last year. So what's your take as an alum or as someone connected to the school to see all of those? Because, you know, everyone talks about all the great things, but, you know, these big, nice schools have issues too.
Yeah, for sure. Even when I was on campus, we was out there protesting, like doing sit-ins and stuff like that. So, like, I'm here with them. Like, I believe in, like, us, like, being able to speak our opinions and our voices and getting the things that we want, because, like, we wouldn't be here today if we didn't have people doing that for us back in the day. And honestly, I feel like I'm proud of them, and, like, I'm here in support and solidarity with them. But I also feel like what I don't like is sometimes the media will try to portray Howard in a bad light because of what's going on. But if you think about it, I've been finding out, like, this is happening at PWIs and schools all over the country, like, where people aren't they're not paying teachers the finances they need, they're not providing housing to the people that they need, and they're not providing money for the students when they have all this money and we're giving all this money. So, like, I understand that part. Like, it's hard. Like, it's hard sitting in that position, because, like, I was there. Like, I needed money for school, and, you know, so I just believe that I want everybody to continue to speak their voices and allow their voices and their opinions to be heard, and always fight for the things that they want. And but I don't want that to ever deter anybody from going to Howard. And because when I say Howard is one of the best schools in the world, like, definitely for sure, like, I would go back there to study, continue to study if I wanted to. I just believe that it's always going to be something that needs to be worked on and fixed. So the fact that people are able to come together and speak up, I'm, like, really proud of them for that.
No, and you hit it right on the head. You know, just because something is good or great doesn't mean it's perfect. You know, like, even good or great teams or organizations have something to work on to make it better. So, like, yes, Howard's still a great place. They just have issues, just like any other family, any other place. Like, no family is perfect, right?
Exactly.
With the music and everything, you know, you definitely have created your own genre, right? It's called Hiptronic, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what is that, and can you explain it to everyone?
Yeah, of course. So, like, when I got into DJing, I honestly originally was inspired by, like, EDM artists like Calvin Harris, Martin Garrix, Avicii, and but I always, like, I had a hip hop background, I had a reggae background, a gospel background. So I'm like, all right, how can I find a way to, like, bring together all the sounds that I like this house music, this EDM, this gospel. Like, how can I put it all in one? Like Jersey Club, Philly Club, like all those sounds that I grew up on. I wanted to figure out a way to, like, combine and be able to perform the same vibes that I loved to hear when I was growing up live. So I started, like, just messing with beats, making mashups, taking hip-hop beats, taking EDM beats, and, like, combining them together and chopping it up and seeing what I create. And I started creating some cool-ass shit, like, and I guess that's where Hiptronic came from originally. And honestly, like, I would say that's, like, my DJ genre. Like, if I were to go perform, like, at a festival, it would be some Hiptronic, like, is like hip hop mixed with electronic, mixed with house, mixed with Jersey Club, Philly Club, all of that combined into, like, one sound, like something to make people dance. Like, that was my vibe. Like, I always wanted to create dance music because I feel like that's what kept us, like, happy. That's what kept us, like, having a good time and vibing, like, dance music. So Hiptronic is like a dance sound.
Definitely trend setting over here, you know what I'm saying? Creating your own lane.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, why not, you know, since you like so many different things, instead of putting yourself in one of those lanes, why not just combine them all together?
Yeah, and create my own.
Oh, I love it. Very inspirational. From a self-love perspective, and also, you know, from a gospel perspective, you know, what is your favorite gospel song to help pull you up when you're in the dumps, and why?
Maybe Brighter Day.
by Kirk. That's Kirk Franklin,
Yeah,
right?
Kirk Franklin, Brighter Day. That's definitely on the list of pick-me-ups. As well as You Will Win by Kayla Carr, I believe.
Never heard that one.
Oh, that's a good one. It honestly was a part of like what inspired winning season as well. So like, just like she says it's my winning season. It's my winning season, and I really believe that like every day can be my winning season. It's about having a winning mindset for sure.
Yeah, the mindset is everything. As a DJ, you know, what's your take on this new rise of dance music, you know, as a mainstream genre, you know, specifically within the hip-hop space? You know, also with you being from Philly, you know, what's your take on Philly being at the forefront of the wave of the hip shaking and all of that?
Hey, no, I love that so much. Low key just was chilling with DJ Crazy the other day. He made the Shake That song and stuff. Honestly, I think it's fire that Philly is like getting out there with the music. Again, I feel like we always had a space in the music scene, but like I feel like the fact that we continue to grow and prosper and like have new artists come up and create music that we could dance to, we could all vibe to, we could all like come together as a community and just like turn up with. I love that, and I'm seeing it for Philly. I'm seeing it for Jersey. I love how TikTok is really boosting our music too. Like I just low-key made like a little dance song that people could dance to for real, and I feel like TikTok is gonna be what really pushes it out there, and yeah.
No, it's cool, you know, because I think for a long time, and still to this day, trap music has been at the forefront, you know, when it comes to hip hop space. But I do kind of feel like it's moving away from that. Like dance might be at the forefront for the next 5 to 10 years. I feel like trap is kind of like, I think it's still gonna be relevant and a thing because it's always good to like bop your head and you know be connected to the trap, you know, those lyrics and things. But I feel as though it's kind of dying away because you know, when it comes to the trap and the drill music, you know, a lot of people dying, you know, but this music has people in a good mood and dancing.
And I love that.
Even the gangsters dancing.
I know, like everybody dancing, like you see everybody shaking their hips, and then I don't know if you noticed, but like hips is where a lot of our like trauma is held, like in our hips. So the fact that a lot of Philly kids out here shaking their hips, they shaking their trauma off. They really like, you know, all that stuff we've been through. All that's like healing. Dancing is healing for us, and I see that in the music, low key. I feel like that's why I love dance music for sure.
Oh, you're getting into some spiritual stuff by talking about the trauma in the hips.
Yeah.
We're going to get more into that. I checked out your YouTube. I saw you camping on your YouTube.
Yeah.
So you like to camp. So talk about the importance of being out in nature. You know, was it like a grounding experience for you?
So camping, honestly, is super grounding. Being right in nature, like first thing you do is like when I step out the tent, is like I put my feet in the ground. I'm getting rooted. I'm really grounding myself, and breathing that fresh air is so important because like we things that we need, like we are, what I can compare myself to is like I'm basically like a tree or like a plant. Like we need air, we need water, we need sunlight, everything a plant needs. We need all that stuff for us to survive as well. And I felt like I really connected to my roots and to Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Like when I was out there camping, every time I camp, I feel like I'm just going back to who I truly am and my true nature. And I feel like, I don't know, it was really good for me mentally, physically, and spiritually. I felt like that was when my mind was most clear. You don't have like all these thoughts running in your mind. You could really just sit there and breathe and like be still. It was a lot of being still, and like I have a lot of moments in my life where I'm always moving. I'm traveling. I'm going from here to there. I'm doing this or that. But like, I literally would sit and just sit in nature and just watch the sun, watch the clouds, watch the birds, and watch the animals as they run by. And I don't know if y'all ever seen a spider like create his web, but like it's art. Like life, like you really like learn to see the beauty of life and creation when you're out in nature. And I don't know, it's like probably one of my favorite places to be is to be out in nature, like up in some mountains, out in a forest somewhere. Like that's probably one of my favorite things to do. It was super healing, and like that was the biggest gift that I could have given myself for self-love, for sure.
No, I've went camping one time, and yeah, you know, same sentiments as you. One of the most, you know, relaxing, eye-opening experiences of my life, because you know, I'm from Philly, urban environment, so I'm not, you know, around country areas, wooded areas, but you know, to be intentional about, you know, putting myself in that type of environment, you know, I realize it's something I enjoy doing. So I'm looking forward to more opportunities, and I hope, you know, more Black people, more African Americans do too, you know, especially ones that are from, you know, urban environments like us.
Yeah, I hope to inspire people to do that one day. Honestly, probably gonna plan a few like retreats and stuff, like to take people out to nature places, because it's needed, and sometimes people just need a guide to show them what to do. Like I was building fires, like cooking straight from the ground up, like building fires and taking like fruits from gardens that were either gifted or that like, because I started working at a garden, so got fruits and plants. You know, we actually cooking straight from the earth and putting good food into our bodies. So it was a beautiful experience.
Sign me up when you start those retreats.
Oh, I sure for sure.
I hear that self-love is very important to you.
Yeah.
And, you know, talk about your own self-love journey, and why should people love on themselves a little more, and what are some ways that you practice self-love? Okay,
love this question for sure. Honestly, my self-love journey started at a young age. When I was younger, I feel like I wasn't as confident. I was a bit insecure. I felt like I had people saying things, calling me names, and you know, you got your little bullies sometimes, whether it's family members or friends, people you meet at school, stuff like that. And I felt like sometimes I took what other people were saying and I allowed that to really get to me, and it made me feel like I wasn't enough. It made me feel like insecure. Sometimes I felt fat. Sometimes I didn't feel pretty, you know. But then I realized, like, just stop listening to what everybody else is saying, and really, like, I had to really start talking to myself, and I would look in the mirror, and I don't know if y'all know what affirmations is, but I really started to affirm myself. One affirmation I really love is, I am confident, I am talented, I am beautiful, I will succeed in anything I do because I am a gift from God. And I used to tell myself that every day. I actually learned that in dance class, but I used to tell myself that all the time, every day. I tell myself I'm beautiful when I'm looking in the mirror, and I would really just feed myself positive words and all the love that I could, and that has helped me to really build up my self-esteem. Like, now I look at myself like I'm the shit, like I'm so beautiful, like nobody can't take nothing from me, and I love that for me. Some things that I've done besides like affirmations is definitely taking myself on dates. Like, I take myself out, like the stuff that I would want to see, like
self-care.
Yeah, self-care. I pamper myself, you know, baths. I like to do like hiking and like meditating, breath work, some other stuff I like to do, yoga. Oh, I started actually training in martial arts as a part of my self-care and my self-love journey, because something I always wanted to do was I wanted to do martial arts or box, and it was a dream of mine. So I started doing things that like I always wanted to do, like what the stuff that my younger self wanted to do. I started doing like skateboarding, martial arts, traveling. I wanted to go to Europe, so I took myself there on a trip. So like I just started doing stuff for myself, and really loving on myself every place that I go. Like every day I try to do something for myself, even if it's like looking in the mirror and smiling and telling myself, like giving myself a high five because I did good today. Like, yeah, like anything I can to make myself feel good. Like, that's what I've been doing to really feed love to myself.
No, that's dope. That's dope. You know, it's so much like life and death, you know, when it comes to like your tongue, like the words that you use.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you mentioning those daily affirmations, you know, whatever comes after that I am, whether it's good or bad, you know, will manifest.
Exactly. So
So it's like you really got to be careful with your words. So it sounds like you're very intentional about that, and that's great. Is there anything else that you would like to say or add for your followers or supporters to let them know what you got coming up?
Oh, for sure. So, definitely want to give just like a positive message before I go. Like, for sure, I want y'all to like really love on yourselves this year. Like, make this year a year. Like, this year is, I call it winning season, because we all finna win. Like, I feel like for me to win, it takes a village, and we all going to win together. And it's about not just winning, but we winning at school, we winning at life, we winning at our mindset, we winning at everything we do. So just continue to grow and prosper in the things that you're doing, and give love to yourself, and win from the start of the day to the end of the day. Like, winning from having a routine in the morning, have a routine in the nighttime. Like, we winning at everything we do. We winning with our families, we winning with our finances, we winning with the knowledge that we gain in this year. So like, it's winning season, let's win.
Yes, it definitely is winning season. It's a new year, top of the year, 2023. We appreciate you, Knowledge A. Thank you for joining the interview, Jawn. You dropped lots of great tips and gems. And, you know, we wish you the best, you know, as you make your way back and forth from LA to Philly, as you continue to fight with martial arts training. You know, you got a couple fights coming up, so good luck with the fights, and also with the project. Winning season. It is winning season. We all gonna win.
Yeah.
You know what DJ Khaled say, all we do is win.
All we do is win.
Listen, that's we gonna manifest that. We gonna affirm that.
Yeah.
And we out. Thank you.
Thank you.